how are you? My name's Kathy A, and yes, it's time for February faves and flops, and I can't believe it, my goodness. Before I get started on that, I do want to remind you that I had a giveaway, and I pulled the winners on February 21st, which was my birthday. Yay, birthday. When I'm 64, just like the Beatles song. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm here. And anyway, Loretta sakes. I got contacted only by one of the 3 winners. So if you commented on that video it was the NARS light reflecting makeup foundation video, it was a giveaway contest. If you commented on there, we did pick 3 random winners. One winner did contact me back, but I'm still waiting on the other 2. So please have a look to see if you were one of the winners. I listed them above in the description box, and I'll list them here too, but please contact me. Got two gifts I have to send out here. And I did add some stuff to the prizes because I started to declutter, cleaning everything up like I do once in a while. I have 2 kind of life hack, really kind of interesting things this month for February, and this is the first. Now what the heck could this be? Well, I'll tell you. I bought a new Honda Fit, and the guy who prepped it for me when I picked it up said, if you find a gas card, please return it to us because you can't use it without the pin or anything. And he said, I can't find it anywhere. He said, I was using it, I know I had it in the front seat. Well, anyway, in between where the seat and the console is, there's this little gap of space. And he had the card, he dropped it, it fell through this space and went down. I was probably sitting on the fuel pump or something below. It's not in the cabin at all. It went below onto something in the car engine. So he lost his credit card there, and I was thinking, oh, this guy probably just lost his car, but I never found it either. But then I was getting gas, and I had my handbag, and it was dark, and my wallet, and I dropped it when I went to open the door. I dropped the credit card. It went down that same slot in between the console and the seat, and I could not find it, and I was so embarrassed because there was a line of cars behind me, and I had to pay. You know, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do here? And so to alleviate that, this actually fits, and this is kind of a nice, I think it's faux leather. It's a nice little pocket here, but you can, anything you drop will go in there. So if you have any kind of, you know, cards, letters, keys, credit cards, they hit into this instead. So this slides right in between your console and the seat, and it's really, really handy. It's good for French fries, the extra napkins, your straw with your iced coffee. These things have been invaluable, and they come in a set of 2. Absolutely wonderful. Now the other thing is, I switched jobs this week. That's why I didn't have a video this past week. I'm really sorry I couldn't get a video out. I just started training for 2 weeks in a new job, and it's very customer service oriented, and it's in the funeral and cemetery business. So the kinds of customers I'm dealing with are people under a lot of duress, stress, they're mourning, they're sad, they're in shock, you know. So and I found that several of them were not English. English was not their first language. And so I've been using these apps. I got to actually use one at work, but this is an app, it's called the Translator. And these are free, and I'm not sponsored by anybody, but I have them for several languages. They're free on I got mine on the Play Store. I have an Android, so I know they have an iPhone version, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of a demonstration and this is Italian. This is the one I actually had to use. So what you do is you hit the button. You want Italian, and I'm going to talk into this microphone. I'm going to hit the microphone. Hey there, Julie. How are you doing today? Can I help you with something? All right, so this thing actually writes what the words are. So if Julie talks back to me in Italian, I can see it in English down here. But the feature of this is that it will say,
Ciao Julie, come stai oggi? Posso aiutarti con qualcosa?
It says what I just said, pretty much. And I tested it out with a friend of mine who speaks Dutch. And she said it was really close, you know, when I said something to it in Dutch. But you can get that in any language. It's in English to whatever language you want. They have French, Spanish, Russian. But it's neat because the words come out here. And you can, like if somebody's talking, you don't necessarily, you can push the language button to hear them talk in the language, or you could just read what they've just said to you, and then you can reply to them in their own language, which is really neat. So I've been using that, and it's a free app. It's well worth installing. I know in America here, there's a lot of Spanish-speaking and English-speaking folks, so it's kind of nice to kind of, even if you're standing in line at the grocery store, you can put it on, and they talking, you can hear them, and it'll translate what they're saying into words, and you can read it, so you can kind of have an idea what their situation is in front of you in line. But that's just another one of my little life hacks that I've been using. So now it was my birthday on the 21st, so of course I zoomed right over to Sephora and Ulta because they give people who are subscribed to them VIPs, which I'm a Rouge. At Sephora, they let me have a choice of free gifts. And now this is Sephora's gift. I took the Laura Mercier selection because you get a kind of a nice travel size version of her translucent setting powder and one of her caviar sticks, a mini caviar stick. It's so cute, a little baby one. That's a nice little gift, and there was a choice of 3 different things. You could get some skincare, some Tatcha stuff, or you could get that, or you can get a NARS. I think it was a little mini bronzer and Orgasm or something, lipstick, I don't know. I thought the gifts were really nice for a birthday freebie. And the caviar stick is really nice. It's really nice for like lining under the eyes, thusly. And Laura Mercier's stuff is excellent. I love her translucent powder. I think it's great. And this is a wonderful little birthday gift. Thank you, Sephora. That was great. Ulta didn't give me a choice. They just handed me this. And this is the Lash Smoothie from Tarte. I guess it's a little deal they arranged with Tarte. And I'm not a huge fan of Tarte's mascaras. But it is a Tarte mascara in a Lash Smoothie. It's called. Not very effective. It did leave little dings, which is not one of my favorite things. What an odd thing to give people. The only thing I can say for it is that any skin tone can wear it, but I know it would have been nice to like have a lipstick offering or something, maybe a blush offering. I don't know. This didn't do it for me. Not at all. And it left little dings, you know, because when you're blinking up, especially we boomers with our sinking eyes, get that little hooded eye thing going on, and it just leaves little dingies. So, so that was the gift from Ulta, was a little Tarte mascara, and it's a shame that, you know, we can't use that. I mean, I would throw it in the giveaway, but I don't feel that it's a hygiene thing to do. So unfortunately, this is going in the trash. Yeah. Okay, I got a new sunscreen, and I don't talk about my skincare all that often because I do switch it up every now and then, and I do think it's a very personal to your DNA, to your lifestyle, to your where you live. I really think there's not one thing that works for everybody, and when somebody says this is the perfect skincare routine, I'm really skeptical about that because Not for everyone, it isn't. It's not at all. So this is the Biore UV. This is the Aqua Reach version, Micro Defense. Everything is in Japanese because this is a Japanese product. I got it on Amazon. So these are the instructions. Can you see that? Your guess is as good as mine. Okay, well, it is a really nice lotion. It's not really, I don't smell a thing on it. And there is a nice, this is the one that's good for aging skin. What I like about this particular sunscreen is it does not alter your face with a light sheen, and it plays well with makeup. Sometimes when you put a sunscreen on and then you go and put like a makeup or even a primer on, like for a foundation primer, it gets all balled up, or you know, it just doesn't look right or doesn't settle right into your skin. So I put this on my face, and then I go and have breakfast, I drink my coffee, I, you know, do stuff for about a half an hour before I come back and sit down in my makeup room here. But this is really nice. I'm really enjoying it. It wasn't very expensive. I got it on Amazon. So I'll link it below. It's got an SPF 50, and yeah, I think it's a really nice one, especially because it doesn't have that suntan lotion smell. No scent at all, really. I love it. So that's an SPF 50 Biore UV, and this is the Water Gel Aqua Reach, and it is the Micro Defense version. There's several different versions of this. So the Micro Defense one is the one that I'm using that I like, so don't get confused by them. Somebody mentioned this, it might have been Jessica Braun or somebody, and said she loved it. It is the Marshmallow Primer from NYX. This has quite a scent to it, but I found that this did not work well with some of my foundations. This has a very yummy kind of scent to it that smells like candy. It doesn't so much smell like marshmallows, but it smells like a candy kind of flavor, which I don't know why that's something people would like, but I wanted to like this. I wanted to think, wow, a nice, you know, primer that's, you know, inexpensive, that's good. But this didn't work well for me. I still found that the makeup didn't last very long. It settled. So it didn't add that layer that I like to have where, you know, fills in the lines a little bit. I still had the seeping and the settling from the foundations with this. So I found that this did not work at all for me. You know, I have kind of dry skin, a lot of texture, a lot of lines. You know, I've got that, you know, I'm 64 now. Oh my God, I can't embrace that number. I'm really having trouble with it. I don't know. And I do think it's because of the Beatles song. I really do. It's like, I never imagined when that song came out that it would ever be me. I mean, I don't know. I'm still grasping at it. And I know they're just numbers, and I know it's silly. So one of you had asked me maybe about a month and a half ago if I would do a top 3 face products, like top 3 foundation, top 3 concealer, top 3 powder, etc. And I said, yeah, probably after the next video I'll do it, and I feel really bad because what I decided to do was go and purchase some of my old favorites because I haven't used some of my things, like my Derma Blend Creator Drops, which has been #1 for like 5 years in a row. I didn't have them this year at all because I tried so many other foundations. This ran out and I didn't have any more. So this is a brand new one I just got, and I remembered how much I love this product. You can add this actually even into that SPF. You can add 4 drops into it and create your own. I'll just demo it right now because it's unbelievable. Okay, so I'll just put a blob, like a dime size amount, about that much of this SPF, and then I'm going to shake this up, and these are the Derma Blend Creator Drops. I am 25N is my color, And I'm just going to add 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm just going to mix this up. You can mix it up with a brush, or you can just dip your sponge in it. But I have just now created, let me see if I can do this. I've just created a tinted sunscreen SPF. And this will go on my skin. It's my own custom SPF, tinted SPF, tinted sunscreen, right there. You can do this with, you can use your Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, you can use, this is Confidence in a Cream, the IT Cosmetics, you can use your own moisturizer, your CeraVe, just 3 to 4 drops of these in anything, and you can create your own tinted moisturizer. If you have a foundation, such as, this is the Milani Glow, so I bought that because somebody said it was exactly the same as Charlotte Tilbury's Beautiful Skin. It is not, but when I added 2 drops of this to a blob of this, it was pretty close, pretty close. So I think that, while we're on the subject then, Dermablend Creator Drops are the best. You can get them on Amazon, you can get them in Ulta. This is probably my favorite foundation product, spoiler alert. I will be doing my top 3 foundations, concealers, powders. I'll be doing that very soon. So anyway, so speaking of, I do like the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin, and I was watching somebody, it might have been Frugal Beauty, I can't think of her name, Rebecca. I think she's the one who said that this was exactly the same as this. And on the skin, it's a drier formula, it's thicker formula, there's more coverage. This is creamier. After I added the Dermablend drops, they were very similar. This was not as radiant as this. So this is a similar product, but not the same. So I don't think it's a dupe at all, but it is a nice, on its own, for a drugstore product, not bad. Not bad at all. But I think it needed a little help with coverage because the coverage was extremely light. It was a light coverage, not even light to medium. So the Milani Glow, and I got a slightly darker color than what would be my normal. This is the 150 Light Pale. There is a lighter color and there's a couple darker shades as well. So, we'll see where it turns up on the test and see. This is dried down now. Really beautiful. I just love those Creator drops, I really do. And they are undetectable on your skin. And speaking of which, I am going to try the Makeup Forever Undetectable. So we'll see how that is. Now this was a total fail, and this was something somebody mentioned that was really good for older age people. And this is the Dream Matte Mousse from Maybelline. Now this has the weirdest, spongiest feeling to it. It's almost like, you know, there's certain cheesecakes that are light and spongy. It feels like that kind of consistency. It also feels like a mousse, a true mousse, or pâte de chocolat. It's that kind of a consistency. I found that when I put it on, it really emphasized, it clung to dry patches for sure, but I mean it did not do anything for me, and I didn't think it lasted all that long either. I'm trying to now blend it into here because it doesn't look too bad on there, but it was hard to pick a shade too in this because this looks much lighter in here than it appears on the skin. It's a little bit darker on the skin, but I didn't like this at all. The Mousse, Maybelline Matte Mousse. Yeah, Yeah, that was a fail. Definitely a fail. One of my friends gave me a Sephora gift card for my birthday, and I just had a ball. I had a ball, and I bought a few things. One of them was the Hourglass. This is the light bronzer. This is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. It blends like a dream, and it can give you quite a natural kind of glow around the frames of your face under here. You can use it slightly for contouring because it is a matte formula. This is the light bronzer from Hourglass. I just love their skin powders. I really do, and I love these minis. I think I also have one of their blushes, of course. Yeah, I love Hourglass stuff. I wanted to, because of this upcoming video on my top 3, I wanted to go back and revisit a few concealers that I initially didn't like, but I had bad skincare back when I tried this the first time, and apparently that wasn't the problem, because this did not work. This is the NARS Creamy Concealer, and color, I believe, is Vanilla. I couldn't get this to not crease. I couldn't get it. It rolled every single time. I would pat it in. I did the powder thing, everything. I could not get this to not roll back into the lines. And dried in the lines, it looks awful. And a lot of people say that the NARS Creamy Concealer is their favorite, and I've never, ever been able to make this work. And I think when I first started my channel, after I stopped just using Mary Kay and started going into stores and buying real stuff, I bought this like 2013, 2014. That was the first time I tried it. And I didn't have the same amount of wrinkles under my eyes either. It's been it's 9 years. 9 years this month. I've been doing YouTube videos. So no, it doesn't work. If you have a lot of texture, if you have dryness under your eyes, it didn't stay put. It kept rolling into the lines, with or without powder. It kept rolling. I tried with the warmth of my hand, all that stuff. I tried it with a brush. I tried sponging it in. Didn't work for me. The NARS Creamy Concealer is just not, it doesn't work for me. So one thing that did work that I'd forgotten about, and I was afraid of it actually, was the Bye Bye Under Eye from IT Cosmetics. Remember this puppy? It's like this thick paste that comes out of the tube, and you have to like really warm it up in your hands and press that puppy in. I'm wearing it today. It absolutely worked like a charm, but you have to do it with your fingers, and you have to warm it up, and it has to be a minuscule amount. Absolutely. I draw the line on my plate. I just put a little bit, and see, it comes out so slow. It's like a thick clay almost. Yeah, it's just this tiny little line, and yep, and it's just so thick. And a lot of people say, oh no, it's way too thick, it's too cakey, and it's like, it's not cakey at all. But you've got to use it correctly. You've got to just lightly tap in just a little bit at a time. You cannot use a big blob of it and smear it around. It's a total user error thing if it's messing up for you. So, you know, I'm super impressed with, and I got the mini here, and this is the shade 1N, I believe. Light. Just light neutral. So I think this worked really well. For blush, I've been trying different blushes, of course, and I have been using the LYS, which is Love Yourself. Thank you, viewer, who told me that's what it stands for, Love Yourself, or Love Your Selfie. I don't know. This is a cream blush that has a mirror here. Absolutely beautiful color. You can get a really nice, beautiful flush. I am wearing that today. Just put a little more on so you can see it. It's a really pretty blush. I really like this. I'm very impressed. I did not like their foundation or their concealer. I think it was the concealer I tried as well. I didn't like that, but I did like that blush. And of course, I am just so happy I got this. This NARS blush palette has been such a godsend. I mean, there's so many. I can use every shade in here. Even this funky looking orange is not funky looking when you have it on. It's so wonderfully subtle. I don't know if you can even see it. See, it's not bright orange at all. It is more of a glowy kind of warmth that you add to your skin. Let me see if I can add it here on this side. Yeah, I'm gonna look like a porno star with my blush all crazy like this. But I love these. Even these two brown looking ones, they look wonderful. This one is like the Laura Mercier Chai. I think it's called Chai Tea or Chai. Absolutely beautiful shade. This gold is a kind of a funky sort of a highlight shade. I'm not sure that I'm not as keen on that, but that would look outstanding on a darker skin tone especially. But I love every one of the blushes in here, and I know they still have it for sale. But this is a limited edition from NARS. It is a blush palette. It is called High Profile, and it's my favorite blush product right now of the year. I absolutely love this. For my birthday, using up my Sephora card, I did want to try this because I always wanted to. This is the Big Ego Brow Sketch and Set. It is a duo-ended thing from Tarte. I think it's Tarte, yeah. Tarte. One end is this beautiful brow pencil. I don't know if you can see, just tiny little lines that you can create. On one end, you've got this beautiful pencil in the perfect shade, and on the other end, you've got a gel on a tiny little brush, like a mascara brush. I'm just gonna put that up here. And it works so nicely. It's such a nice duo because it covers all your bases. You know, you've got the little drawing you can do, and then you've got the hair spray for your hair mousse or hair gel for your eyebrows to keep them in place so that they don't move around or just droop. I have very small eyebrows. Thank you, Disco 70s. Plucking everything to a thin little line, everybody looking like 1930s actresses. Yeah, the it girl look was so big in the 70s. Anyway, it's grown out just a little bit, and all of us boomers that did that, we plucked our brows down to a thin little line. Looked so cool back then in the disco, but it doesn't look good now. I mean, we need a little bit of face framing going on, especially as older ladies. So this worked really nicely. So, and this color is taupe or dark blonde. And they said redheads can also wear this, but I did not see a golden enough tone for a redhead to wear, so I don't think it was really suitable for red hair. I think there's other things that, I think maybe NYX or somebody has a redhead thing, but this worked really well for dark blonde hair. Perfect color. I did try this because I saw it on somebody else, you know, their favorites for the year. I bought a lot of stuff because people said it was their favorites for the year, and this is the Thick It, Stick It Brow Mascara from NYX. I have this on my eyebrows right now. It is very thick. It is a thick brow mascara, and what's really, I can't see. I can't. Daddy, I can't see you. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's got fibers in it. So it's a gel, but it has those little fibers like some of the fiber mascaras would have, but it has brow fibers in it, so it builds up your brows. It is a little messy to use. I do like it. I think this color is just a little bit dark. This is what I have on my brows today. So Yeah, I like it, but I think it's just a little bit dark and messy. So, but those fibers are kind of neat. It does build up your eyebrows a little bit, and you get this kind of caveman thing going on, you know, if you're not too careful. All right. Of course, I got eyeshadow palettes, of course. I just gave away a lot of them. I did break down, and I got the Natasha Denona, and this is the Mini Biba. This has some great colors in it. I wish it had a plain old ivory matte. I just don't understand why these big brands don't do that. We all need that. We all need that matte. Ugh. But I could make a cohesive eye look from this. The colors are great. Of course, pigmentation is outstanding. Natasha Denona stuff is high quality. I've just always balked at that price point. I don't like to spend too much money on stuff if I can find it somewhere else for cheaper. So Natasha Denona, the Mini Biba palette. Yeah, they suckered me in. Now this was on sale, so I had to get it, and you know I'm a Viseart fan. This is the Bohème palette, which is a very unusual choice for me because look at these colors. Oh my god. So it was half price. And now what would you do with these colors? Well, with me, what I would do, for instance, this color here is a beautiful teal. I would use it just in the center of my eye, right here, in my what I call my color bar. So it wouldn't be a major part of my eyeshadow, but it would be there. I'll try it with the blue as well. Here's the blue on this side. Now if I go out anywhere, they're going to think I'm some old drunk woman. Isn't that blue pretty? I can't see it now. Any of these I would use as just accents. You could use this on the inside corner, this beautiful silver, just on the inside corner to brighten things up. Viseart is my favorite eyeshadow brand, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I think that they are just consistently good. They don't send away to have holiday stuff done at cheap factories with cheap fillers. They are consistently good. The formulas are good. The colors are interesting, and even a garish shade like this freaking yellow, which I hate, and it seems to be very popular this year. Let me just put some maybe up in here. This sunflower yellow, which I absolutely hate it, but I'll make it work. I'll make it work because of this. But you can use these to line under your eyes. You can use it just for a little pop of color. You've got these beautiful pinks and purples for those of you who like to do that pink thing, which I don't do. I love the greens. I'll be using these greens come, you know, March. So I love it. I think this was great, and it's on sale right now. Right now I think there's 2 palettes on sale on the Sephora website from Viseart, and they're well worth investing in. And Viseart is definitely a brand I totally recommend. And one of the classics, this is Smashbox, and these are the Cover Shot palettes. This one is the minimalist one. This is a basic palette. I like this because it reminds me a lot of, do you remember Kat Von D when she had the palette that had the different sections? There was a warm palette, a cool palette, and a neutral palette, and they were very similar to this with one main color and 3, there was like lid, medium, and then dark corner. They had one basic. This is really, really very similar. We have grays and cool tones here. We have browns and warm tones here. You can mix and match them. These two in the center here are shimmers, and this is a shimmer as well. So I thought that this was a nice thing. The payoff isn't as good, so you have to build it up a little bit. But I do like Smashbox, and I don't know what's happened to them lately. They haven't really released very much. But I do like this. This to me is a classic palette. Violet Voss. Okay, No hard feelings, all right? I really threw them under the bus because I had such an awful experience with my mail order because the colors were so off. This is the Wild Dahlia palette. Again, this is another basic palette. It has a mirror on one side. I want to show you these beautiful neutral shades. What surprised me, again, Violet Voss. I thought this was a pretty green. It goes pink. I thought this was a pretty blue. This is that sickly one I don't like that makes you look like a heroin addict. I hate that shade. They had it in the Wet n Wild's Comfort Zone palette. They had it in one of the, I don't know what color. It was in Natasha Denona or somewhere, but here it is again. I can't get away from this color. I hated it. And then there's this beautiful kind of gold shade. So those were the only three in there that I wasn't extremely happy with, but this black is midnight velvet black. Oh my goodness. That kind of pigmentation for a black shadow is awesome. It really is. So you have your nice light matte ivory, which I love. You have a nice matte medium light brown, which I love. You have a slightly darker brown, and you have a black to mix. And then you've got this kind of warmer shade. You can use a 10 and 2 to warm up the look. You've got a shimmer here for the lid, a shimmer gold. These two icky colors I don't like, and that velvet black. But this is a great palette to introduce you to Violet Voss if you haven't been introduced to Violet Voss yet. I mean, I had a really bad experience online. Do not select colors by the online appearance. Go to a store like Sephora and look at the palette colors because they're very different. That's all I'm going to say. But I did buy another Violet Voss. I don't want no hard feelings, okay? All right. Mascaras. This is the Curl and Bounce from the Colossal series of Maybelline, and I'm still finding it makes my lashes crispy. And by crispy, I mean they feel very dry and crinkly. At the end of the day, if I happen to rub my finger through my eye for anything, they're like crispy. It just feels crispy, like a stick on a tree. It's just really weird. But it does give a slight curl. It did flake though, because of that crispiness. I think that crispiness flakes off. It can get into your eye, it can fall on your cheek. So I can't recommend this. I just can't. Even though it gave a nice lash and it didn't give me the dings on the upper lid, the Curl and Bounce Colossal Mascara from Maybelline, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give it a fail. Now this I like. All right, and this is the Sky High. This is the Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara from Maybelline. I had tried it when it first came out, and I don't know if they maybe changed the formula or I got a different version of it. I don't know, but I didn't like it when I first tried it when it first came out years ago. So I just went back and tried it again because a couple of you told me that's your favorite mascara. And if you go back to that video about the NARS foundation, and I asked everybody to enter the contest to win one of the 3 prizes, you had to tell me what your favorite mascara was. And I do that on purpose so that you will read each other's comments and learn from each other, like what you like. And it was interesting, many of you said this. And I had bought the new one of this, and I really liked it. I think I might have talked about this last month as well. It's all a blur between my new job and filing for Social Security. My divorce was finalized. I'm changing my name everywhere. Just going through all this stuff, so it's a blur, exactly what I was saying. So the Sky High Mascara, I like it a lot. It's got a really soft wand, and it's hard to describe how nice that is to use after using these big old stiff caterpillar type wands or the skinny little hard ones that ding you in the eye. It's just so pleasant to use. It's a pleasant mascara, and I don't think I used that verbiage before with mascara, but I do like it a lot. It gives you a separation, it gives you a nice medium to big lash. It doesn't get big old honking lashes like I like, but after maybe 3 coats I can get there. I think it's a wonderful mascara. This is a wonderful everyday mascara, something for work. It doesn't flake, it doesn't leave dings on your upper lid. It passed all the tests for me except real big honking. I think once you go Thrive, it's hard to go back. So yeah, Sky High mascara from Maybelline, excellent, excellent. Those of you who have never tried fake lashes, this is a perfect combination of a way to try it. This is the Lash Glue Liner from Kiss, and then this is the Ardell Accent Lashes. Now these are small, so what you do is you literally line your lash with this. You line your lash line with this, and then you put the cap back on, and immediately you will take this off the package and just stick it on there, and that's it. It's done. So this is one of the easiest ways to try false lashes. This is called the Ardell Accent Lash, and it's only like a half-Z length, so you don't have to worry about trimming it to the right length or fitting it or anything else. It is what it is. It's just that, and it gives you a really nice little lift. It's a great way to practice putting on fake lashes. Now that we're going to get into warmer season, we're going to have weddings and graduations and barbecues and things like that, Easter dinner, Passover, you know, there's lots of stuff coming up that you may want to decorate your face with. This is a great starter for lashes. And I like the fact, and I've always done it that way anyway, that you line with the glue. And this is a black liner. It's a black eyeliner. So it takes care of all that too, where you don't see any separation of the skin or anything with it. So that's the Ardell Professional Accent Lashes. And those are the number 301s. And then this is the Lash Glue Liner. For perfume, I'm kind of humiliated. I was asked at work not to wear perfume. I guess I stunk out the place. I think I did it with my Burberry Black, My Black or something. Oh, I got called into HR and they said, could you not wear perfume? Imagine that. And I'm not like the perfume lady. I'm really not. And in fact, I'm the one that usually gets agitated if I'm in a place and somebody's got some strong like red door or something on. I'm like, oh, I hate that, right? So I was the perfume lady at work. I couldn't believe it. We have people that are getting headaches. Good times. That and 64. I mean, it's been a banner month, really. Anyway, so I will be back. My next video will be all about my top 3 favorite foundations, concealers, face powder, blushes, bronzers, and highlighters. And hang in there for me. If you are one of the winners, please contact me. I was given you by March 1st to contact me. Please do it, or I'm going to have to draw 2 more winners. But contact me, okay? And the information is below. So I hope all of you are having a wonderful week. This month is almost over. Very short month. Oh my goodness. We had a terrible snowstorm and I got the day off yesterday. Not with pay though. But I did enjoy like putzing around the house and doing nothing. So anyway, I hope all of you are well. Please stay safe. Take care everybody. Toodles.